Hey guys, it's me, your girl Chris. This is episode 99 of Shenanigans with Friends, and I have a friend that I've been trying to have on the show for like ever. Like in low key, like it goes further back than like me having like audio issues, guys. Like this goes back to like a episode that we did with a couple other girls for another podcast. Like how long ago was that? Like over a year ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't like. I feel weird, like, because they are not a podcast anymore. So I don't know if I should like say. But anyway, we was gonna do we did an episode of a podcast together, and it never surfaced because of whatever issues. So, but
Mm-hmm.
anyway, Glo, you're here today. Hi, girl. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for being patient with me while I figured out my life with all of this shit. So I'm really glad that you were able to fit me back into your schedule.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for fitting me in your schedule. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course. Man, okay. So guys, if you guys don't know Glo is a she has guests, but you're a solo podcaster too. Like Conversations
Yeah.
with Glo. We were just talking about your most recent episode, although it's like been a couple of months, but you're coming back. So I guess we
Mm-hmm.
could tell everybody, a little bit about your podcast, and then we could do the where everybody can find you and stuff at the end of the show.
Okay. Well, I am Conversations with Glo. I've been podcasting now for 2 years. And basically, what it's about is just that I'm just sitting down with different people and we're hitting like different types of topics that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but they'll start talking about it if they see other people talking about it. So I go live on Facebook and I just get everybody in and we just take it from there. One time I just did one, it was just random, and that was my
Mhm.
last episode, the random one. And we
Yeah.
was just having a conversation. It was like a conversation. So that's why it's called Conversations with Glo. I just like talking.
Yeah. No, and I like listening. So I remember
Thank you.
this is like the last episode, and you guys are talking about like body counts. It's always such a fucking crazy conversation to me because like what the fuck ever. But like somebody said like there's a difference in like a dude's count and like a woman's count.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I was like, damn, I never even thought about that. But like that is just like such a crazy conversation, and you found a way to just like ease into it and have people like openly talking about it.
Yeah, and let me tell you the funny part about that episode is because I was at my homeboy house and he had cooked Sunday dinner or whatever and invited me over. And it was other females that was there and they know who I was or whatever. And it was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
you gonna set up?" Because I had my phone and all. I was like, "Shoot, I can." It was like, I ain't gonna be on. I ain't gonna talk. I'm just gonna sit on the sideline. I'm just gonna
Mhm.
listen. Man, they couldn't resist those topics. You couldn't resist that conversation, period. You had to put your 2 cents in, and that's exactly what they did. And I already knew they was gonna do that. I was just thinking in my head, like, okay, you talking now, but wait till these conversations start flowing. You ain't gonna want to you gonna want to butt in. So that's what I like doing. I like just having random conversations. It'd be fun. Get people out
And
their
no,
zone.
yeah, for real, it really does. Especially like in a room full of people, like there's no way
Hmm.
that you can't put, even if you don't agree or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no way that you can't say something.
Exactly.
So I'm into it, honey. So we'll make sure to tell everybody where to listen to the show and all that stuff at the end of the episode. But if you're ready, you want to get into it?
Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
Okay. So, all right. First and foremost, we gotta shoot a RIP to the biggest homie, like the biggest bully, like the biggest, like he like I'm trying to think like we used to call people Deebo. Like if they
Right.
big or if they was hella mean or hella like super, you know what I'm saying? Like we'd be like, man, Deebo, like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh man, rest in peace to fucking Deebo, Tiny Lester.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're crazy. 2020 is really acting a whole asshole. I just want to be very clear about that.
Yeah, I'm the crazy thing is that I didn't even find out that he had passed away until I jumped on my Facebook group and I had seen it. And I was like, wait a minute. I had seen the name, but I was just like, I never knew his first name. I always called him Deebo, so I
Right.
never knew like who he was. And then so my homeboy had posted in a group, and it was like a meme or a meme, whatever you call them, and it was like it was like where my halo, and it was him, and it was like this my halo punk or something like that, and I was just like, oh my no, like he's gone. And it was just
Yeah.
like, and then when I just actually when I read it, and it was just because I don't even ask like stuff like, oh, like how they passed away or anything in that matter.
Mhm.
So the way that I found out how he passed away is reading the article that you had sent me, and I was like, dang man, that's
Mhm.
crazy. From
So,
COVID.
right, basically he had COVID like 19 symptoms, and it after like they realized that might have been what it was. Like it was a very very fast progression. So fast that like I don't even think that the people around him knew that it was affecting him the way it was. Like
Yeah.
he still had Zoom meetings that he was supposed to be attending. He was supposed to still be filming for another movie, and apparently him taking days off or whatever, like while he's recording, like while he's filming is something that he doesn't do. So when he tried to take the day off, people were kind of concerned, you know what I'm saying? People, and then I think that he was supposed to do like a Zoom, like kind of like conference, like with some people. He skipped that too. So people, were naturally worried about him. They sent some people over to his house. Nobody answered. The next day they found him in his home. I
Oh
mean,
wow.
I
Wow.
have to say, like, I don't know that I would want to be anywhere else. Like, is that weird? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
Like,
feel you. I
yeah,
feel you.
like
My
being at
mama said
home.
that's the best way to go. Like at home in peace, in your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
best way. And I
Mm-hmm.
hate
I
that.
think so. Yeah.
Oh
This
yeah.
is just like a true testament that we are really getting old because people are like passing like around us. Like
Yes.
that's just crazy.
And for you to say that, that's crazy. Cause I was just sitting up here thinking, I was just like, cause I was watching one of my homegirls snap and her daughter is driving. And I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like my daughter driving, but her daughter is like a year younger than my daughter. And I was like, where y'all driving at? She talking about in the neighborhood. I was like, Lord, we getting old. Oh, we getting old.
One of my friends' daughters is coming to braid my hair this week. Like, what is happening? Like, I don't like. It's too much, too much, too much. But yeah, like so, rest in peace and like all of the memes. Like
Yeah.
I'm into them. Like keep the
Yeah.
Deebo memes coming. Like I think there was one where like Kobe was warning niggas about
Oh yeah, and I
like
said
when Kobe had to hide his rings and shit.
yeah, and then
Like
God was like Deebo.
Oh
Oh
man, I'm sure he would
man.
have enjoyed those too. So
Yes, yes.
man, 2020 is like really, we're at like the edge of the shit. And it's really just like, what else can I take from you bitches? Like before we go up out of here. Like
For real, it's just like, is there anything else y'all want to put on us? Just let us go into 2021 being straight. You feel me? But
like
I always say this though, and I need to stop saying it, but it's crazy because it's always around the holidays, around in November and December. That's
mm-hmm.
where it's just be like boom, boom, boom. It's just like, come on, like chill. Like
Yeah.
we can't do it. But yeah.
Yeah. And then this time of the year, like people just be like naturally in their feels and shit. So like
Exactly.
it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's pretty
Exactly.
crazy. So speaking of 2020 just bringing crazy shit. We all knew Shia LaBeouf was on something. We knew something was going on after Holes. It's just been all downhill since. Like,
It's not
listen.
funny. The situation is not funny. Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right, get it together, Glo. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know who this girl FKA Twigs is. Does FKA stand for like formerly known as? I don't know what FKA stands for. I probably should have did more research on her, but I just did not. It's like, but apparently she's a musician. Maybe she's a rapper.
Yeah, I read that she's like a British something over there, and I mean, I was interested because it had Shia LaBeouf, so I'm just like, what the fuck have he
Right.
did? Like,
So apparently he has been dating. Can I just call her Twigs? Like, because I don't know. He was dating Twigs, okay? Twigs.
yeah,
And she has recently filed a suit against him, accusing him of, quote unquote, physically, mentally, and emotionally abusing her during their relationship for like a year now. So I guess, or it happened in 2000, which began in 2018. So I'm assuming they've been broken up for about a year too. So, okay. So she files this civil lawsuit against him in LA, and it's basically stating that he is a fucking monster. Like, basically, like he gave her a sexually transmitted disease. He isolated her from other people. Used confidential information to have her intimidated. And what did he say? Oh, and giving her specific numbers and amounts of times to kiss and touch him
to touch
during
on
a certain
him, right?
not
Not touch on you.
what
Like,
happens if you don't meet Shia LaBeouf's quota though? Like apparently he beats your ass. Like I don't know. Like
it's not funny, y'all. I do not take
Glo, you know you
criminal
come on this show to like giggle at shit that maybe isn't all the way funny. Like we know that.
Right, but it's just like
Listen,
touch on
it's
you. So if I don't touch on you the way that you want me to
15 and a
touch
half
on
times.
you,
And if you miss that half time, curtains.
right? Like you beating my ass because I don't
Like,
touch on you. It's just like, nigga, I don't even want to be touched that many times. You feel me?
like, did he put this on a piece of paper and have her sign this? Like,
Right.
I have
It's
so
just
many
like you
questions.
had to, it's like, did you agree to this? You get what I'm saying? Like, did you know how he was before you called yourself to be in a year-long relationship? Because it's only a certain amount of time that you can keep a mask on your face, because eventually that mask is going to come off. You're going to really find out exactly like who this person is, because nobody can hide it. I mean, you have to be like a real serial something for you to like hide. Like, like if like people that have like double lives, like that's like hard work. You get what I'm saying? Like that's hard work to have a double life. Like you got to keep up with your lies and stuff. But it's just like, what did you like? It And then what I have a question about is like, why did you stay for so long? Like, how many times did it take for him to hit you? And then secondly, like, where is the police reports? You're saying that you have a witness, but there's no police reports. Like, they're gonna want to see police reports. They ain't gonna want to hear from the ex-girlfriend. So did you make police reports about this? Is there any out that can show proof that you did this? Not saying that he didn't, but I'm just saying, like, what did you do?
I mean, so this is what I was thinking, right? Because we go back a little bit further than a year ago, and we know Shia LaBeouf has like issues with substance and drug abuse. Right? So I find that sometimes people get involved with those type of people, either thinking that that they can change them or help them, and it's not always like that. Another example of like famous, like more famous people that this has happened to is like Ariana Grande and all of her relationships. Like, and I don't think that they're. See, when I think of like a toxic bitch, I think of like Taylor Swift. But when I think about Ariana Grande, I don't get those vibes from her. And I feel like that she's just the type of person that likes to try to go to broken people and like find a way to fill in those spaces with her and it be enough. And it's unfortunately, that's not really how that shit works. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And to me, like the fact that like this is just all of a sudden coming out, to me, like makes me feel like maybe this girl is also one of those types of people. You know what I mean? Where like she sees a clear as day, sees this person has some issues and is choosing to ignore them because she thinks that she'll be able to like overcome and get past those. You know what I'm saying?
She feels like that she sees the potential in trying to change them, but
right.
You can't change a person unless they're wanting to change themselves. Let's
Right.
all put that out. Like, you cannot make a person change, but for you to stick around so long, I have questions about that, because it's just like, I understand. And I understand that people apologize and you take them back. Trust me, I done been in a relationship. I was in one for 7 years. Like, I understand like all of that, but it will have to be something like, I, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, I hate that she even went through the things that she went through with him.
Mhm.
However, it's just like, I'm nosy. Okay. So I want to know like more. Like, tell me more. Like, his ex-girlfriend being a witness of her domestic abuse. I've It's enough, but it's like not enough. Like, did you not want to call the police on him because he may have been under the influence at the time?
It
Y'all
could be
got
that. I mean,
past
she might have
that.
also been able to. That's another thing, is like they sometimes will adapt and attach to the things that keep that person happy. And so like, we don't know that she might have also, it's like,
Right.
it's so many fucking things with this. But it's not just her. It's like, it's another ex-girlfriend. It's Sia just came out and said that he did some like weird shit, and like not anything physical, I think, to her, but Sia was saying that he like basically like manipulated her like into like some type of relationship with him, even though like and like kept like double life kind of shit, and like kept the fact
Right.
that he was talking to somebody else. Just a whole bunch of weird shit. So of course, no criminal charges have been filed against him right now. And he's even like gone out to like reply to some of these, saying stuff like, I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I've been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting people the closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history and I'm sorry to those I've hurt. There's nothing else I can really say. Like, that's kind of what he told the Times. So
it's okay. So so I'm guessing that he's admitting that.
He's admitting that he says he just has rationalizations for his aggression and alcoholism.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right.
So there you go. I don't know when's the next Shia LaBeouf movie you guys are gonna see. The last one that was out was one that he made himself, so I don't
Which
know.
one was that?
Oh shit. Honey Boy. It was on Amazon. It's actually not a bad movie. It's him basically like, supposedly it's like a loosely based on his like actual growing up and shit.
Okay.
And it's not bad, but I also can see why, if it's based on his life, how fucked up he might be. So
Okay.
So, but yeah, so anywho, speaking of fucked up shit, so imagine Kanye West waking you up at 4:00 in the morning on Sunday to practice for 4 hours until 8 a.m. to come sing in front of white people, and he ain't paid you all your money yet. Imagine
He would have been missing the alto. Do you hear
this
me?
nigga making last minute changes.
I'm telling you,
Listen,
he wouldn't have heard from this alto.
Made last minute changes. Listen, it's a lot. Like, he would have these niggas practicing for weeks,
and then he didn't,
and make a last minute change.
Mm-hmm. And then
would have them re-practice it all.
Then he didn't pay the hairdresser. Like, how are you not gonna pay the people that's helping you?
Not the hairdresser, not the singers. And apparently there's even people that they were paying to be in the audience, and they didn't pay them either. So they got some fake audience members that they ain't even paid yet.
Oh shit!
And this is going back from like the first few performances of like last year when he started this shit.
when he started this.
We had all them white people climbing up that hill to hear these niggas sing. And they white fucking Yeezy outfits and shit.
Oh shit, I'm crying.
And he owes niggas some overtime is what it looks like.
Yes, big time. $1 million. Like $1 million.
$1 million across everybody.
Yes,
like and
across everybody.
Big audience members, the singers, the niggas that was gelling down the edges, all of that shit. Like he owes so many people.
My thing is that Kim Kardashian is your wife, but you're making money like Yeezys, Adidas. Like, I mean, I don't know what percentage that you're giving them, but you got a little money, partner. So you like, what the fuck?
I don't even think it's the fact that he don't have it. I just think he don't want to give it to them. Like, I just feel like he gonna tell him he gotta chalk it up to the Lord and shit.
Right, and that's the arrogancy of him. Like he's very arrogant, and he's probably that way for real. He's just like, fuck that. Like, what the fuck I need to pay them for? They did what the fuck I asked. They got their part. I don't need to pay. Like, no, like Kanye, you need to pay them. Like, if you wake me up at 4 o'clock in the morning, we have to sing to 8 o'clock, and then we have to sing another 2 hours. That's 6 hours. Nigga, I'm tired. You about to miss an alto. Like I said, I'm not with that shit.
I can't even do it, Kanye.
For real, I'll fuck you. Like, I don't give a fuck about you being famous. We on this choir. Like, nigga, I need my money. Like, real talk. They had to take for somebody strong to walk off that money. Nobody was strong. They wanted that. You know, there was in a choir. They didn't want to give up. Nah, shit. Fuck you. Not fuck the choir, but fuck Kanye. Because we ain't. Like, where's the contract at with that? Like, what did y'all sign into?
Wages, damages, civil penalties, statutory penalties, attorney's fees. Like, the hairdresser is the person who started all of this. And I guess everyone's like, damn, bitch, you ain't get paid either? Like, and then they was like, all right, so. And so I think
that's a lot of heads you had to do. You and your team had to do an ass of heads.
Nigga, all the people that he didn't pay, so they couldn't even pay her. It's the audience members for me because it says specifically failed to properly compensate the hair assistants and many dozens of other persons who perform services on production, including background actors and performing as audience members. Like, so that shit wasn't even as popular as he said it was. Like, he was paying niggas. Well, he wasn't. He was promising to pay niggas to come and like act like you came to see this shit.
But my whole thing is that why are y'all not getting the money up front? Like, y'all,
I mean,
like, I just want to know how this conversation went. I'm just so tired of hearing one side. Like, Kanye, we need you. Like, come and talk. Like, what's going on? Like, what's your side, Kanye? Like,
I feel like, because they're saying overtime, so I feel like Kanye probably was like, all right, here. But then he started making changes and waking niggas up earlier. And I feel like he thought that maybe all of that was all included.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I don't know how like labor laws work. You know what I'm saying?
Like, how are you going to prove this though? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how is this lawsuit going to go through? Like, how is this going to be proven? Like,
he's probably just going to end up settling out of court, girl.
Yeah, because he don't want to do all that. And they probably not even going to go for the whole $1 million.
Probably not. We'll see. I don't know. I bet they bet not sing nothing else for him. You better tell Northwest
right. You in Chicago and goddamn all them. You better tell them y'all got enough family members to get up there on the stage.
No, your cousin can sing.
Right. You better call them.
All right. So speaking of cousins that can sing. Our cousins Ashanti and Cole was supposed to go on Versus last night. We were all hyped up. We had our baby fat jeans ready. You know what I'm saying? Like we had our fucking Von Dutch hats. We were really very ready. Except your girl Ashanti came on to be like, girl, I got COVID. And so she was trying to be like, hold on, I want to read that. She goes, hey, y'all, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I tested positive for COVID-19. I'm okay and not in any pain. I'm actually here to do the verses from my house. We're just trying to figure it all out. Like Ashanti, girl, don't know. It's not that serious. Like
my thing is this. I didn't even know that they was having a versus. And I kid you.
girl,
I didn't even know they was having a versus until somebody in my group said, yeah, versus council. And I was like, damn, who had a versus? Oh shit. And then I had seen my other homegirl snap and it was Ashanti, like, you know, I can't do it because I got COVID. Like, girl, how long did you know you been had COVID?
that's what I'm saying. Like, so you don't like just like you was like niggas like checked with you the Friday night and you was like, absolutely, we still good to go. And then now on Saturday, you got COVID. Like, help me understand it because I don't. Like,
so you got COVID all of a sudden.
right.
The publicist was probably like, say you got COVID. Like they caring for people that got COVID.
They won't be mad. Like,
right, they won't be mad. Just say you got COVID, okay?
Listen, Ashanti was still trying to be sitting in her bed with the back propped up. She was trying to sing last night.
Nah, and that would be a bad idea because she knows she ain't too good live.
Listen, and she got the COVID throat. We don't want to like.
That would be worse.
So they have rescheduled to January 9th. And I just want to know, because it was supposed to happen yesterday. So I was hoping we were going to have a whole list of like all the songs that they went through. But, you know, she got COVID. So I just kind of pulled up like some singles of both of them, Keisha and Ashanti. And who do you think like is going to win, like against
of
Ashanti
course,
and Keisha?
we already know who's going to win. Who can hit high notes?
Okay. So, right.
Okay. You know, Ashanti had a lot of good songs too. I fuck with Ashanti, but Keisha Cole had some fire ass albums too. Like I can remember back in 2007 playing the hell out of Keisha Cole album. I forgot which one it was, but I know that I was playing the hell out of it. I think the one that she had on that "Sent from Heaven" song on there. Yeah,
that song.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. So I feel like everybody's gonna say Keisha because Keisha has a better voice than her. But is that really what they fucking judge people on Versus?
I don't think that's what they judge on Versus. If from what I've gotten from it is, I'm guessing like the songs that they play against. Like, okay, so we about to play these two songs. Who gonna get this? Who gonna get that? And like I said, Ashanti had a good bit of good songs now. Her first album, I used to play the hell out that first album too. Believe it or not, in high school, playing the hell out of it. So yeah.
When I look at singles though, first of all, girl, I missed a few of these on both sides.
Like, where did that song come from?
I don't know. Like, hold on, I'm gonna drop the links of what I'm looking at right now so you can see what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Hold on, let's see here. All right, there's one. I think that's the Keisha one, and then this is. I just googled like their singles, and so I'm just kind of going back and forth, and I don't know, girl, because I feel like Ashanti's singles might be better than Keisha Cole's, but I feel like I'm still gonna pull for Keisha Cole because remember when she was selling fish plates, so you always want to go for the girl that, you know.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're fine.
But yeah, I
Oh,
just looked at the list. I mean, yeah, like I said, Ashanti had, a good bit of singles or whatever, but I don't know if they judging on the voice, who hit high notes.
I hear you. I hear you. I mean, but then I'm thinking like, is Ashanti gonna get votes because of her new body? Is Keisha gonna get votes because a couple years ago she was selling fish plates out the back of her car? You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like where? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It could go either way. To be honest, it could very much
Yeah,
go.
and that's like people. That's like the Gucci Mane and Jeezy.
Yes.
Like I went with Jeezy the whole way. Like I fuck with Gucci Mane. Like I fuck with both of them, believe it or not. But the thing is that what I got from that was Gucci was doing a lot of mouth talking, and Jeezy was goddamn shutting his ass up with the type of songs that he'll play. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you shut him down. Even with you talking about his best friend, like every song that you played, like you shut his ass down. And I was riding with that the whole time because it wasn't much that he had to say. Yeah, like I said, Gucci had good songs and I was jamming to that too. But I was really on like leaning on Jeezy because it was, he had he had a good bit, going on. I like what he was playing.
Yeah.
Um,
Jeezy. Personally, Jeezy he's always gonna be over Gucci for me, like as
yeah,
like catalog as a whole. Like Gucci got good singles. Like I would never listen to a whole Gucci Mane album from beginning to end. Like no way. Like a
right.
nigga couldn't pay me to do that, I don't think. Like but like Thug Motivation 101, like that was a soundtrack for me for like a whole like summer. Like I
Man, a
wasn't
whole
like
year.
I felt like it, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like
still play the fuck out that motherfucker. Do you hear me? Apple Music, here I
yeah.
come, like straight to it. You be
Yeah,
trying to give me the
yeah.
edit version. Nah, I'm in the mood for trapping. I need.
I'm in the mood for trapping. So
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like as a whole, I feel like I'm generally leaning towards you with Keisha possibly winning. We'll see. We'll see. Girl, and it's January 9th. I'm gonna forget like fuck and I ain't gonna watch it. Oh man.
Don't be
That
yawning, Chris.
sorry.
I saw you.
I held it super loud too. Okay. So, alrighty, let's see here. So yeah, like I was saying, I generally feel like Keisha's probably gonna win, but I feel like it's gonna be very close just because people are
Yeah.
generally like super into Ashanti right now because she's like she ain't singing no new songs, but she got a new body and people are into that. Like so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, I seen all the over the past like year and such, how niggas was like having her host parties and stuff. Like, for what? Like, it could be
Me
nothing else
too.
besides the fact that she look cute.
I seen
Like
that
what do
she
a
had
nigga
put
want
up a
Ashanti at the party for in 2019? Like,
right.
honestly. Like,
She had put up something like she wasn't gonna be somewhere, and I was like, "But who wants?" Shut up, Glow. Like what? Like what is she doing? Is she singing?
who
Like
asked
where's like?
who was expecting you there? Like, she not singing. She not singing.
Oh, I give up.
She not singing.
Nah. Like nah, she ain't singing. She just there. She
She not
just
singing.
there. She just
She,
doing
she's
a walkthrough.
about to be standing in her Fashion Nova fit. Yeah, in her Fashion Nova outfit. That's it. But I just, so I guess January 9th is going to be enough time for fucking Ashanti to quarantine so she can come and I guess perform. I girl.
tripping off the post that she made. They're like, hey y'all. Like,
hey y'all. Y'all are not gonna believe this. Like, a bitch got COVID like a motherfucker. I'm trying to turn my microphone and my fucking camera on. So y'all just, baby. Oh.
Having hot tea right beside her. Oh, y'all. This my voice, y'all, my voice.
Like, that's what she gonna be. You know, yo, if Ashanti be on there,
oh gosh. Okay. Okay.
And you know, Keisha gonna be fucking singing her edges off and shit.
Hey, I remember when Keisha Cole came down to my city for a concert. Man, she was late, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I have to find it." It was like, I want to say it was like 2 years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. She had came down here, and they was clowning her like a motherfucker, saying that she couldn't sing all that. I was just like, no, not the Keisha. But she done been through a lot, y'all. For her to date Floyd Mayweather. Yes.
Girl. Imagine having to read a damn bill to a nigga. Like, stop
right,
it.
I'm stressed.
Listen.
Don't ask me to read shit else.
I don't want to read another goddamn contract, boy. Like, listen. I'm
trying to read it, damn it.
I just know Keisha must have a little bit of extra soul after she was selling them hot plates out of her car. Like, I know I'm a really
this is I swear to you, Chris, this is my first time hearing this.
The fish plates? Everybody knew Keisha was selling catfish.
Oh my gosh, I got you.
Well, everybody know Keisha was selling catfish. Stop.
I swear, no. I swear to you, I swear. Oh my gosh, I got you. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm good. Like, I swear to God. I swear.
I'd love to have one. Like,
oh my gosh. And then I was like, selling fish plates. Like, what the fuck was she? Why the fuck is she selling fish plates? Like,
this was a couple years ago. Like, I don't think she got to do that shit no more. I don't know what was happening, but nigga was saying she could get it. You could get it from Keisha.
No,
and it was
man.
Good. I heard it was good.
Like, she probably had to be going through something to have a baby by a 25, 26-year-old. Like,
oh, I forgot all about that.
Gosh, let's see.
Girl, I forgot all about that.
And then when I read her age, 39, and I was like, damn, her baby daddy a kid. That's your kid. What the fuck? Okay, that's different. Okay.
Like, listen, between having a 22-year-old baby daddy and the fucking fact that she had a hard summer, like, I know Keisha Cole's gonna fucking mop the floor with Ashanti's cute ass. Like, that's all it's cute. Like, let's be real. Like,
oh my gosh, I got tears, man.
Oh my god, listen.
Okay, I'm done. Okay.
Oh man, yeah. So basically, this is like Keisha. This is like a wife versus like baby mama. Like Keisha Cole's like the hardworking fish cooking wife, right? And then the fucking bitch on the side that's cute. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
She died, damn it. I'm tired.
Okay. We can move. Okay, so January 9th, guys. That's what is happening. We'll watch Keisha.
We all gotta watch this together. Let's see.
Like catfish. Okay, so
okay.
So
with some bread and mustard. Okay, let's go.
Okay, all right. Okay, so let's move on. Now, my next few stories are like kind of surrounding Disney, and it was not on purpose. They just released a lot of information this week, and so I just wanted to like discuss it. So the last time I brought up like a super old in between, like the first two movies was like Bad Boys 3. And I was like, niggas didn't really want to see that. I saw it. Like, again, niggas didn't really need it. Martin Lawrence was very fat and very not in shape for me to believe he's a cop. So like a cop of his stature, like he could be like a regular patrol cop, but we talking about you supposed to be a fucking drug smuggling
bad boy. What you gonna do?
Nigga, not climb the stairs. Like, so the last time I brought a sequel that just felt really overdue and nobody really needed it was that. Here we are again in 2020 with Disney telling us that they're bringing back Sister Act. Not only are they bringing back Sister Act, but Whoopi Goldberg is still going to be in the movie. She's also going to, I think she's going to like be producing it or something too, but she's still playing Dolores Van Cartier, right? And if you guys don't, I feel so weird when I have to like explain stuff. I feel like motherfuckers that are watching this should know or listening to this should know what the fuck Sister Act is, but for some reason, if you don't know, for whatever weird reason, it's a fucking movie from like 1992. Basically, Whoopi Goldberg played Dolores Van Cartier, and she like was like involved with like a mobster or whatever, and then she ended up like testifying against him or something, so he goes to prison, and he and she ended up being in the witness protection program, and they relocated her as a nun. And she was not a nun at all. Like she was a fucking like city, like she was basically like an old ass city girl. Like
yes. She looked very old in the first one, but that's
what I'm saying. Like, and that here lies my problem tonight, Glo. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do with a Sister Act 2 in 2021?
Listen, I didn't know nothing about that till you said that too. I was like, the fuck we gonna do with a Sister Act 3? And when they said it's been 3 decades, leave it alone.
It's literally, guys,
alone.
It has literally been 30 years since Sister Act 2. Like,
yes. Like, look at the characters that was in Sister Act 2 and look at them now. They're old. Like,
two of them have started a music group and it's disbanded since then. Like R.I.P. City High. Like
yeah. That's and I'm just like, and then you're still in the movie, Whoopi, like
still playing the same person.
Still playing
like,
this, yes.
Who after this? How are you trying to tell me these mobsters are still looking for her? That she still got to play enough? Half of them motherfuckers dead or something.
Right. They don't give a fuck about you no more, Whoopi. They let that bitch go. Let her go.
Listen.
Shit, I'm tired of chasing her. Let her go.
Listen, forget it. Like, forget it.
Let her go.
Forget this shit. Listen, it's happening, okay? Whether we like it or not. And I feel like it's been so long. I would like, it's just one of those things where I don't even think you need to go see the first two if you're gonna watch this. Like, I don't think it matters because it's been 30 years. Like, so nobody.
And she was like, who doesn't want what she say, people that can sing, people that can't sing. and something else that she quoted. And I was just like, girl, like nobody don't want that. Would be like
said
continue
bad
to
singing, great singing, okay singing, and nuns. What's better than that? Like so many
right.
things would be like so many things. Like
So where are the nuns that played in Sister Act 2? Where they
bitch. I know at least 3 of them is definitely passed on. Like because we're like when we go back to 92, like these bitches was 45 and up.
that was old already.
Oh no. You might
Yes.
I think the fatter nun might still be kicking around somewhere.
Oh.
So you can probably find her. Like, girl, I don't know what's
I bet
about
you
to happen.
people like the fatter nun, but you gotta make them go back and watch it. But it's on Disney, y'all. Go watch it. Sister Act
That's
1
the
and
only place
2.
you're gonna find Sister Act 3 too is on Disney. So I doubt you'll see it anywhere else.
Oh,
So speaking of shit, you won't see nowhere. Speaking of shit, you won't see nowhere else. I just don't understand what Disney is doing, like, because none of this shit makes sense to me. So now, guys, so finally, 30 years later, we get a Sister Act 3. And now they're going to be doing, they're saying it's a Toy Story reboot, but I don't think that it is. First off, it's called Lightyear. And it's basically going to be a prequel to Toy Story. That's what I thought. And except I don't think that it is.
I
Like,
don't think that it is either. Not. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
just from the way that they're describing it, I don't think it's a reboot. I don't think it's a prequel. I mean, maybe it's a prequel to I don't know, but let me say what they said it is. They're saying that that Buzz the Toy is based on a real life astronaut who really existed as a real human being in the Toy Story universe, just not as a toy. So the film, it's a movie. It's about a real life astronaut, Buzz Lightyear, who spawned a generation of kids' toys before he spawned a generation of kids' toys. Does that make sense?
I had to read that 3 times. I swear to you. I was like, what? I said, let me go back and read this again to make sure that I read it right. Like, wait, like spawn the toy like before it was the toy. Like, what? Like, I don't think that whoever wrote this article, I don't think they mean.
But it's quoted.
It's
That
not
means
making sense, right?
that means that they somebody else
right. And I seen that, and I was just like, maybe he wrote it twice. I mean, and I just really feel like they need to leave that alone too. And then for them to not have Tim Allen, they're gonna have Chris, what's his name? The dude that played
Chris, is it Chris Pine? Hold on, let me see. It's one of the Chris's.
And he played Captain America. And it's why would you guys do that? Do y'all think that means that if these original people, now we're not talking about Whoopi because she's all for Sister Act 3. But
Tyler Perry is Sister Act 3. I forgot to tell you.
Yes, yeah. I read that too, that Tyler Perry is gonna be the director, and I was just like, it might be something, but I guess we would just see when it comes out. I guess we will all see because we know how Sister Act 2 is. So we would definitely be able to have to come around that and be able to judge it. And let's talk about it. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But with this
anyway. But back to Lightyear.
Yeah, with this Lightyear, I'm not for it. I'm more like just leave stuff alone, but I feel like that they're running out, so it's just like, okay, so what can we do next? You know, like if it needs to stay put, leave it put. You know, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it.
I mean, my thing is that I think that people have a hard time with being original, and so they keep picking and prodding at these things that already exist.
That's just like with beats, with songs. Like they keep picking
Yeah.
at these same beats. Like y'all, half of y'all don't even deserve to be on that beat. You get what I'm saying? Like just leave it alone.
True shit. True shit. True shit.
For real.
I mean, so yeah, so I don't really know what this is about. This is what I challenge people to start doing. Niggas pay y'all enough money, you know what I'm saying? Like in production and writing and all that stuff like that. I challenge you guys, if you guys cannot, for whatever reason, come up with your own original ideas, I challenge you to go back and instead of trying to recreate the stuff that we loved, why don't you guys go try to recreate the shit that we didn't like and see how you guys can fix those things? Like, I mean, like, stop trying to make fucking Donald Glover be Simba. Like, stop trying to make, like, there was nothing wrong. There was nothing. I personally prefer Jason Weaver's Lion King all day. Like,
exactly.
So I instead of trying to reboot or remake these things that we loved, leave those motherfuckers alone, and we'll show them to our kids and just the way they are. And then I just challenge y'all to like pick up shit that was trash and try to do something with that. Like
exactly. Real talk.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like just do something about that, but quit picking at these Disney movies, man, these Pixar movies. Just allow for that to be and allow for these kids to enjoy it. Okay, so if Buzz Lightyear fell off, let him fall off. Like the fuck, like okay, like he's in space somewhere. Like just leave it like that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said again, I guess we'll see to get the concept of it, but right now it's not. It's not making me be like, oh my gosh, like I need to see it when it come out. Like no.
And then like the little trailer that they released is really just like the words, like the trailer of like the animation. We still don't really know what it's about, but it's just supposed to be a younger version of Buzz Lightyear, but maybe not the toy, but maybe the person. I don't know.
They said it's still going to be animated because it's Pixar and Pixar is animated. So they're saying that it's still going to be animated. So I don't know what's going on.
Me either. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Disney's trying to do. I just know that I think that all of this crazy shit that people are not asking for is going to cause Disney Plus to get more expensive. So that's what I think.
I mean, that's just like Netflix just hitting you with an email.
Bitch, I gotta talk to you about this. Listen.
Oh yeah, just to let you know, we're going up $2 more. Like, bitch, why? Just give me back my cable. I just need cable back. Like, just give me
what
back.
they say. Yeah, we're gonna. It's gonna get more expensive, and you can cancel it if you want to. Like, oh, right. nigga.
I'm not gonna cancel.
No, like
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep my Netflix, but quit going up. Why do you think we got with y'all? And they come up with this excuse. Oh well, we giving you guys more movies, more action, more of what you guys.
But they're not.
I didn't ask for that.
She said, "I didn't ask for more action."
The fuck? I will watch what's on there over and over again. I done got used to watching Schitt's Creek. I want that to come back. Like y'all don't have don't come on. But like I said, with them bringing on these more movies, they do have to pay the people that produce these movies or whatever to have it on here. So they just like, oh, okay, well, we'll just charge them $2 more to be able to afford what they're doing on the back end.
And I guess so, but I don't appreciate The Office not about to be on there no more. And mind you, everybody's like, oh, you can just get Peacock. I already fucking have Peacock, okay? So that's not the point. The point is that I like the way it plays on Netflix. I like the way it just rolls into the next one. I like the way The Office plays on Netflix. And so when you tell me in the same breath that you're charging me more and taking The Office off, I need a moment. Like I need a moment to like justify like those $2. Like because I literally have been okay with the price increases, like specifically because The Office is on there. And if The Office ain't on there, like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't understand. So
and that's crazy because I just started back watching The Office. yesterday.
Favorite show
And
of
for
all
you
time.
to tell me that it's getting ready to go away, it's just like,
Now,
okay,
I will
Gloria, so
have
you
to say
got to
this.
binge watch.
This is the second time that they've said that it was leaving. Like 2 years ago, I said it was leaving and it didn't. But I think that it really might leave this time because NBC finally got their Peacock app together. So now that they finally got their app together, I think that they really might take it. So,
And that's crazy that I'm just now hearing about Peacock, and my TV has Peacock. And I
yep.
never just decide to click on it. It's just like, oh, whatever. Just a free app on TV or something.
Yeah, it's just NBC now. Like, it's NBC. So, when it
Oh,
leaves
okay.
Netflix, they'll have it on Peacock. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah. All right. So, finally, in last of Disney news this week, a couple questions, just a lot of layers here. I guess the first one would be, why is Disney World really still open?
Right. Right.
Now I know that they have appointments, so you have to schedule a time to go, and all that's cool. So you can like minimize the people in the park, but I still just don't know how safe any of this is. And the issue that I have now, when they reopened, they were supposedly filled with all of these like crazy restrictions, like you can't walk and eat at the same time. You got to like stand still so you can eat your food, or you got to stand still to drink, and you have to wear a mask from the time that you walk in throughout the time through the park. And I get that if you're gonna go, it kind of makes sense to always wear a mask,
Exactly.
but people aren't following that rule, so much so that Disney started photoshopping masks on people while they were like, the part of the Disney ride where you like they snap your picture. So if they see that in the snap picture thing that you don't have a mask on, they were digitally altering them to show that they had to pretend like they had a mask on. Even if they had the mask on, it wasn't cover up their nose, they would just digitally put one like over their whole face. And see, the real issue is that fuck that. Snatch those motherfuckers off those rides if they not wearing masks. Like
And that's
that
what I
nigga needs to
said.
get
Why are
kicked
they
out.
not doing that? Exactly.
Right. Right.
Like
They're
when I seen that and I
photoshopping masks.
zoomed in, when I
Did you see
seen
it?
that, I zoomed in on one of those pictures, and you can tell that they just smacked one on the lady because it's too big for her face. Like it's
Yes. Like, on her face. Like,
yes. And I was just like, no, man. I was just like, why y'all are going down? If y'all know that they're supposed to have on masks, make them put on masks. Don't do anything digitally. Y'all gonna lose, like you're gonna shut down behind that because you're not cooperating with the CDC guidelines. And that's the reason why you guys open, because y'all agreed to that. So y'all need to follow that. And if they're not wearing masks, they just can't get on the ride. Just like how they put of a family that had a 2-year-old child that didn't want to wear their mask on an airplane, and they've been banned from flying for life. Like, why can't y'all do that at fucking, and that right there was cruel. But why the fuck can y'all not do that with what you call that? With these
Disney.
rides. Yeah, why y'all
Right.
can't do that with these rides? That's stupid. That's so
I think that
stupid.
they're worried more about people being offended and not wanting to stay at the park, that they're doing that instead, which is really bullshit.
Which is bullshit. You cannot. Okay, so what? Oh, you don't want to get on? Okay, well that's fine. You don't want to wear
Right.
your mask? Okay, that's fine. Well, go ahead and get on off. And they probably scared that they're gonna lose money like that. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of other big corporations that have took losses because of these CDC guidelines. And y'all need
Right.
to fall into place with that. Seriously. Like y'all, if y'all, and then what's gonna happen? Oh, these people might catch COVID. Oh, they're not gonna know where the fuck they got the COVID from, but they're gonna know the last place that they was at. Oh, we were at Disney World.
Right. And a lady behind me didn't have a mask on, and she was screaming on the
Right,
back of the head.
right.
Like,
She was like, ha, ha, ha. She was breathing all on me, damn it. That's her. Put it
Right.
on
Exactly.
Facebook.
It's just like clearly the mask restrictions aren't as strict as they're saying that they are. Like I said, that the only time that you're not supposed to have a face covering on at the park is unless you're eating. And again, you can't eat and walk or drink and walk. You have to like stop and be stationary. Like, so these people are just clearly not taking heed to the guidelines. And instead of like reinforcing them the way that they should, they're instead just making a Photoshop op out of it. And that's crazy to me.
Stupid. That's so stupid.
It really is. It really is.
But
That's
you
all the
know,
stupid.
it's their rules. They making the money. Y'all doing what y'all do, I guess. But y'all have to be protective of other people too. Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me. It's like that's not. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even have people doing it carefully enough. Like the whole reason that this even blew up is because the mask is so much bigger than her face.
Yes, you can zoom in on that motherfucker. And you can see it's like this.
It's literally like
like off her face. Like I was like, what? And I zoom what? Like what?
I'm looking at it again right now. Like it's hella ridiculous. Like that's just this. Like it's just literally
smack dead on her face like this.
Like this.
Yes.
So fucking stupid.
Oh shit. Okay.
So, anyway, speaking of masks and guidelines and all of this shit, apparently tomorrow there is going to be vaccinations available for COVID-19. I don't really like buying new cell phones and stuff like, you know, when they first roll out, because there's always stuff wrong with them. They explode, they overheat. I don't know about letting somebody inject me with something that y'all not even really sure y'all got a handle on.
Exactly.
And the only that y'all were ready to have it ready tomorrow. It's, as of today, guys, it's the 13th, it's Sunday. So vaccinations are supposed to roll out tomorrow, which is Monday, the 14th. But this timeline was very rushed. They weren't really ready to have this super rollout the way that it's happening, but they were threatened with the people's jobs by the current administration that they needed to have some type of answer this weekend, and for the push out to be Monday.
Goodness.
So I don't know how ready those are. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't get vaccinated anyway. Like I don't even do the flu shot. The last time
The flu shot, and everybody that I know who's gotten the flu shot immediately got the flu, and I just feel I
got the
really
flu
injected with something that I feel like I've been able to keep out.
Exactly. So that's crazy. Okay, sorry. I was just talking about that with someone, and then I was just like, so you get injected. Okay. Oh, I was on the phone with Charter, and I was talking to a Charter rep, and I was just making conversation with her, and I was just like, I said, so are you gonna get vaccinated? And she was like, I said for the COVID. And I was like, and she was like, no. I was like, yeah, I don't blame you. Because I mean, I don't even get the flu shot. And the thing is like we're getting a shot to protect us from getting something. But you're saying that I have to get it through this vaccination. So therefore my immune system can be okay. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, but your immune system has to get used to it first. So why the fuck am I getting this every year if my immune system has to get used to it? So I don't really talk to people that like get vaccinated. They more like me, like it's just like it is what it is. If you get the flu, you know, you're just gonna have to, you know, do home remedies or whatever. But I'm not sure about putting anything in me that's gonna make me feel worse. Like I don't if thank God that I have been protected from the COVID. Okay. And the thing is like, what the fuck do I look like putting something in my body that's going to give me those symptoms? And from my understanding, those symptoms are not too good to have. My therapist just got over the COVID, and she was telling me about her fever, how she couldn't eat, how she lost weight, all of this. Like, who wants to go? Who wants to go through this? But you're gonna have people out there. I'm not gonna say gullible. Well, I want to say gullible. That's gullible enough. That's going to be gullible enough to go ahead and do it because they feel like this is something that they needed. This was something that was also discussed in my group as well. Like, are you going to get vaccinated? No. Like, if you read up on it and you feel like the things that you read up on for you is going to help you, soothe or be ease about you getting a vaccination, go ahead and get it. I mean, I'm not telling nobody not to get it, but I just know that I will not get it. Period. Like, it is what it is. You're not going to put nothing in me that's going to make me sick first. You're supposed to be helping me. Why do I have to get sick first? This is not fair to me if I'm getting something that's supposed to be helping me. Period.
I mean, to some extent, I understand. Like, I still like I said, I don't get the flu shot either. Like, but like, I understand that in order to like fight something, your body has to be exposed to it in some way, shape, or form. But I mean, if I had to choose between the COVID shot and the flu shot, I'm probably gonna go
get
with
the flu shot
because I feel like they just generally know more, and it's not. And again, like, I'm not saying that maybe like in 2 years when they got it like perfected and like I haven't seen niggas explode and die from it. Maybe I'll get it. You know what I'm saying? But like right now, and it's like beginning stages in this like rush timeline, like I just don't super feel comfortable about it. And then with this, in order for it to continue to be active and work, it has to be kept at 94 degrees below zero. And so we're talking about things that are traveling and things like that. And so I don't know that we can guarantee that those things are going to be kept at those temperatures consistently. And I know that people have freezer trucks and dry ice, and I get it. They even say they're supposed to have GPS enabled sensors that will allow the company to track each shipment to make sure that it stays cold. All that sounds really good. I just don't really know. It's all just so new, and they don't even really have a grasp on how to stop it.
exactly.
I just don't know or believe that somebody figured it out. And
Exactly. And it's just like people are making sense too on social media. Like,
we
okay,
still don't know how to
so
fix
y'all,
cancer.
we don't know how to fix cancer. We don't know how to fix AIDS. But y'all so happen to come out with a vaccination so quick for this COVID. Like, it just makes me think a whole lot behind this. Like, I'm not a woke. I don't consider myself to be a woke person. You get what I'm saying? But I definitely do my research and I read. I'm not a dumb female. And the thing is, it's just like, oh, okay, so we can get a vaccination for COVID within less than a year. Less than a year. But there's no cure out here for AIDS, but taking medication. So therefore you wouldn't die so quick from it. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, help
I
me make
mean,
this make sense.
it doesn't really. I mean, none of this shit really makes that much sense to me, but I don't know. I mean, I know they're first going to give it to like first responders and like people that are in like
And
nursing
people
homes
that's
and
in
things
that
like
in
that.
that type of field, they have to get it. They
Yeah.
cannot deny that. They have to get it. And it's just
So
like, fuck.
it will be interesting to see how the doctors and nurses and all of that stuff end up. Like I'm interested to see how it works. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm just going to continue to stay my black ass in the house for the most part, keep to myself,
Yep.
and stay safe.
Yep. Yep. Better. You better.
Yeah.
And mask up, even though you probably don't feel like it's necessary. Put your mask on. Period.
True shit. True shit. Alrighty. So this is the part where I kind of just got like some random Christmas stuff. My last episode, I talked to Booney and we were just kind of going through some of I had her pick between some Christmas movies and which was better or whatever. But then I found that Rotten Tomatoes actually has a whole Christmas movie showdown. And we missed the first 2 weeks, but we're at the third week here for round 3. And I figured we could both vote as a team so we can add our votes to their results.
Okay.
So we're just going to go by just what the movies that have made it out of the first 2 rounds have. And so we'll vote on these other movies. Okay.
Okay.
And then you can tell me why not, whatever you want to do. Okay. So up in the round 3 is It's a Wonderful Life or Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Okay. And so for me, it's just that It's a Wonderful Life is like this much out of our age bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a movie that my grandma used to really want me to watch, and I just didn't. It was
I wasn't feeling it. I was like, nah, grandma, I'm good.
Cool. So we go with Home Alone. So far, Home Alone is winning in that round. So Home Alone might make it to round 4. Okay. Now, this one is one that people will always argue whether or not it's a Christmas movie. It is definitely a Christmas movie. Die Hard or Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Which is the better Christmas movie?
Die Hard was like more action. I fucks with the Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey, only because like it's a favorite part in that movie.
Okay,
So so he's when he's a little kid and he's making the ornaments, and he's like, and he was like, "Oh, Martha, oh, Christmas," and I was just like, "Oh, that was so sweet."
Oh, he was
like,
little before they was making fun of him and shit.
Before they was making fun of him, and he went to go shave his face, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like
he was super cute. Cute. So that is pretty close. So we voted How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but Die Hard is winning right now, 54% versus 46%.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have Elf versus National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh my gosh, why did they do that? Oh
my gosh. The out of all 4 of these this is probably the hardest one for me.
Oh my gosh, why did they do that?
It was like low key my favorite National Lampoon like family
movie. Yes. I be waiting for that to come on during Christmas time. I kid you not. Like I fuck with Elf. I fuck with Elf, but
hilarious. Like,
but they are, and it's just like, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with the Christmas Vacation.
That's also what I said, which is surprising. Elf is killing it. Elf is killing it. 62% versus 38% for Christmas Vacation. But I'm right here with you. I think if I like literally had a gun to my head and had to pick, I probably would say Christmas Vacation.
Yes, because that I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then finally, this is the last thing for round 3. And then we'll see what happens. I'll see what happens next week when I look at it again. But A Charlie Brown Christmas or Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
They put another hard one together because I've grown into liking the Peanuts. But I'm going to go with Home Alone 2.
That's also what I've never really been a super hardcore Charlie Brown fan. Like, I think that tree is ugly.
With that one little ornament just hanging.
You told me like very pathetic, Charlie Brown. I'm just kidding.
Oh, she was like that little ugly little Christmas tree. I can remember my mama used to make us sit down and actually watch the Charlie Brown Christmas Story, and we used to be like, no, because it used to come on like right after Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Like we used to watch all of that, and no, you're gonna sit right here and watch it. And I feel like it's so funny now because Peanuts have grown. I have grown into liking them. And it's just like, oh, I'm just waiting for the Charlie Brown Christmas movie to come on. What story to come on? Yeah, so but I'm
Okay,
definitely rocking with Home Alone 2. My kids love 1 and 2, so yeah, I'm rocking with it.
it's both like such classic movies, like so good. Okay,
Mhm.
so thanks for helping me figure out what my votes were for the Christmas movie showdown. They next week it'll be down to 4, and then they'll pick the next one after that. So anyway, this was super fun. Okay, one more thing. So if you listen to the show, like I told everybody that for Thanksgiving it was my first time like actually cooking, like dinner by myself. Like I usually
Yay.
grandmother's house, and we cooked together. Well, me and my sister cooked at my grandma's house together. But because of COVID and everything, we were just trying to maybe keep it separate. So I may end up doing Christmas dinner again, or Christmas dinner by myself. And it's like, okay, cool. So I didn't go super overboard. But I just made a couple things for Thanksgiving and it was super bomb. But my boyfriend is from California. Everybody knows I'm originally from Chicago, but
Mhm.
we're both here in Vegas now. And so at Thanksgiving, he was like, everything was so good, like blah, 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 like thanks, blah, 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 cool. And then he was like, but where are the mashed potatoes and gravy? And I was like, ooh, because back home, that's not any like mashed potatoes is not like that's not a holiday side dish.
Yeah,
Like
we
mashed
never cooked mashed potatoes. It was always rice and gravy.
Yeah, like so potatoes, even rice, like for my family, or even like just I don't know. I feel like that's like a Chicago thing, like potatoes and like that kind of thing. Like those are not really side dishes for like holidays for me. So I was just asking, like I was gonna ask you what side dishes like do you like to have for the holiday that people might find to be like weird or just not something that they traditionally like to do.
It used to be chitlins.
Okay,
Um,
see, that's kind of traditional though. That's a side dish that that honestly that's a side dish I only expect to see at Christmas time. Like
nah, a lot of people don't eat it. A lot of people don't eat chitlins like
yeah,
you think they do. So it's that. We even it was a question asked was like, so who eats cranberry sauce? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you don't eat cranberry sauce.
my grandmother is the only person that eats cranberry sauce, and my whole family. So we always just end up getting a can of it, or she'll make her own. Do you like canned or do you like homemade? Are you there?
Okay, there we go. Sorry. I was just like, oh, okay, so y'all don't eat cranberry sauce?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I have to have that with my dressing. Like cranberry sauce is good with dressing. I didn't like it as a kid, but now it's just like bomb now.
My grandmother is the only person that eats cranberry sauce, so we'll usually either just get her a can or she used to make her own. I'm not a cranberry fan. Like I'm cool on that, but do you
Oh,
prefer the can or homemade?
I like both. But if we gotta
Okay,
go with the can, I'm with the can. But you gotta know what you're doing to make it from homemade though. Like I'm not messing with everybody's homemade stuff. That's just the type of person I am. So
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, so for me it was mashed potatoes and gravy, and I like that's just like, and he was like, "Why you turning your nose up?" And I'm like, "I'm not turning my nose up, but like that's not anything that like that just it's very white." You know what I'm saying? He's from Compton, like, and I know you ain't get that from no white
yes,
person.
yes. But to be honest with you though, it's a lot of things have starting to switch up like around the holidays. Because a lot of people is not wanting the traditional
Right.
food for I can remember I experienced I went down to my dude family house for Christmas one year,
Mm-hmm.
and I was expecting like we was getting ready to eat some, some turkey, yams, all that good stuff. And no, like they had finger foods, and what they told me is that they don't do it 2 times in it because they already done ate good for Thanksgiving. Right. So they were just like they just want to light it up for Christmas. And I was like, that's dope for them to like just have finger foods and stuff like that. Because you probably don't want to do that all the time. So a lot of people is actually getting away from that traditional stuff. Like you having people that's having crab boils now
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So
See, we always do that shit for New Year's Eve. Like that's how we spend our New Year's Day together, eating the seafood and stuff. Like we make the gumbo and all that shit like that.
oh, okay.
But like, yeah. So Christmas, like, I'm trying to think of like things that are like we have like rack of lamb or like a tri-tip or something like that.
Okay.
And then still stuff like that. So I don't know what my alternative meat's gonna be this year, but I'm not sure. So because I know for Thanksgiving we usually do like the turkey and the barbecue, and then for Christmas we do the ham and then something else. So I switched it up this year, so we'll figure it out since I have to do it by myself again.
Well, congrats with you doing it by yourself. What did you think? Yeah. Because I can remember the very first time that I cooked by myself. I was patting myself on the goddamn back because I didn't think that I can do it. And I was just like, you motherfucking go, Glo. I did that shit.
That was that feeling because like I've always grown up like watching my great grandma cook. My grandma, I've always helped, it's like, but like to have to like do it by myself and like not have anybody like, oh, make sure you do that, make sure you do that. So it was a lot of phone calls to my grandma, but like I had it. Like I did the mac and cheese, I did my greens, I did my my dressing, I did my ham, like so it was like it was very like I eased into it, you feel me? And I said, did not short myself on the phone calls if I need to call. Like
right, I did that too.
It came out so good.
Right, my mama was 2019 Thanksgiving. She was in New Jersey, and it was gonna be my first time making the turkey gravy. And I was just like, okay, so let me call my mom. I'm calling her like, Mom, like, come on, how we get ready to make this gravy? And she walked me all the way through, and then it came out being just as good as hers was. So yeah, I never hesitated to make no phone call, but I know that with my little tricks and turns that I put in the mix of it, it came out to be pretty. Yeah, it's mine. Yeah, so congratulations on that because it's not easy. You gotta.
It's really not like, and I just like my whole life I'm thinking like I never had to cook these things because I either was just always helping.
Exactly.
I'll get up in the morning, I'll go over there and I'll help all day. But like to have like nobody in the kitchen with me, like that was, it was cool. And I had like, it was very cool. And I hosted just like my boyfriend's sister, her kids, and then his kids. So it was pretty cool.
Okay.
I very much enjoyed
Yay.
it. But yeah, so we'll see what happens for Christmas.
You gotta let us know what happened for Christmas.
All right, well, so that's it though, girl. We made it through episode 99. Thank you so much.
I know. You're welcome. And when you said 99 at the beginning, I was like, oh, that is so dope. 99.
Yes.
That's
episode 100
Congratulations.
Is gonna be next week, and it's the podcast happy hour. So excited.
Yes, and I keep on telling Autumn, get me on there. I want to come on.
You hear Autumn?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can definitely find me on Twitter at konversationsg. You can find me on Instagram at konversations.with.glo on Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook, Gloria Glo Miller. You can also find me on all the platforms for the podcasters. That's Spotify, Apple, Google, Anchor if you have it. And it's again Konversations with a K with Glo.
And I will make sure that I put all of that in the show notes.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was so fun. I'm so glad we actually got it done.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me on, Chris. Like, for real. I really do appreciate it.
Of course. This was so fun. We have to catch up soon. So maybe when you bring your show back, I'll have to come on.
Yes, please.
For sure. For sure. All right. Okay, guys, this is episode 99. It's me, your girl, Chris. That's Glo, and talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.